So now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Osean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Osean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guards' dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
"You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness."
Just what did you see here?
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Forbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
So much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you wanted.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. And what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Pull up.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete.
We're under attack! Unknown successfully identified.
Strata 1, target acquired.
Their artillery fire just missed us off our starboard side. Thank God! Friendly bird!
Destroyed. Update us on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
Strider 1, target eliminated. Shit. These are Ocean.
Do me a favor, Lancaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Illusion trees are starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
We're calling friendly birds. Take out the hostiles in our area. Get us out of this hellhole. We need help while we're still up and running. There's more over here. The bodies of dead civilians. Looking for part of the fight. Yeah, they're all lined up. No, they're not too bad. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. If you see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Our last vehicle has been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly! I can guess what happened here, but I really don't want to think about it. Damn, those Russian bastards! It was a blatant war crime! Take photos for evidence.
It's no use! Work to the right! Fire at that supply ship! It's the radicals who shot us in the back. I'll make them pay for this.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
No use hailing them. They know they're shooting at friendlies. We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship is an munitions depot. It's highly combustible.
I just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ soon. Give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to at least give the children a proper burial.
Get closer. You'll have to hit them from here.
Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Put them in the tank!
Allied retreat looks good. ID complete.
Locked on.
Fox 2. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Go with us! Break the enemy UVC from there! Get in the landing craft! Many thanks, Lancaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood.
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. We're in the bay until Operation Beating Time.
Strider 1 has crashed. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
Can't we drag the enemy and strike them from behind?
Calling friendly birds! Take out the hostiles in our area! Get us out of this hellhole! We need help or we're still up and running! There's more over here. want to think about it. Faster. It's a blatant war crime. Take photos for evidence. If you see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Our last vehicle has been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly!
Send them away. It's no use! Work to the right! Fire at that supply ship! It's the radicals that shot us in the back. I'll make them pay for this. No use hailing them! They know they're shooting at friendlies!
We just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ soon. Give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to at least give the children a proper burial.
Missile.
They did it! We're moving out! Leave the cat behind! We'll come back to the silent one day and send them off properly.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the storm around here? It's all crazy people.
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. Hold them at bay until operation meeting time. Keep them away from the mass driver.
Missile.
Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now?
Missile.
Send in the tanks!
Missile.
Allied retreat looks good.
We're in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship at the munitions depot is highly combustible.
Missile.
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Missile away.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Our only allies is double forces. No mistake for the rebels.
Missile.
Get in the landing craft! Many thanks, Lancaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood. UAV confirmed destroyed.
I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. The big ones nearby, so they could be researchers and a family. Most likely, they were involved with Delta.
Tank is destroyed.
Push him back! Fire! Fire at will! We need more ammo!
ID complete. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Stall warning.
ID complete.
Give me enemy position! Good job! The artillery fire's got a number on my hearing!
Target is down. Strider 1, Fox 2.
Gotcha, pal.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Get out of here, hurry! If you let them through, we're as good as dead!
Missile.
Rebels are here. The first one combined and detonate on the second.
Target destroyed.
Target is in machine gun range.
Bring the anti-tank missile! Hit that heavy armor at the front line! Don't stop!
Strider 1, target acquired.
You hear us? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks!
An explosion inside! Continue the countdown. The enemy's not stupid. We're after the supply ship. Do the countdown!
Missile.
There's still one arsenal bird left. If we can kill it for the bombs, then Erusia will have a fighting chance. Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship. If you take what done for.
Target destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Escort fighters, we're counting on you. You should be fired, even if we're not fired upon? Of course.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers, or they'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't.
Missile.
We're gonna drop them all.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Past the point of no return.
Missile.
This is Brandy. Attack completed.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile.
Missile away. Target was not struck.
Launch control. Flight leader. All systems ready. We are a go for launch. Launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness.
Missile.
Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Bleeding Time. Launch control. Launch back.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time. Warning, enemy has a bead on you.
Missile.
Strider 3 launching missile.
Missile. Missile.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now.
Missile.
Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Missile. Locked on. Missile.
Into the clouds. Lost them.
Intercept those bombers.
Draw the enemy's attention here.
Strider 2. Bucks 2.
The bombers are about to reach the island. Shoot them down now.
Missile. 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 Missile.
I'm on my target's tail.
Warning, enemy has a bead on you.
Bombs away! Bombs away! Radicals and Oceans can burn in hell.
Carpet bombing? They can't be serious. How many do they think they'll kill? We've lost contact with the Oceans on the island. We failed. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
Calling friendly birds! Take out the hostiles in our area! Get us out of this hellhole! We need help while we're still up and running! Don't stop! There's more over here. The bodies are getting exploded. I don't think we're part of the fight. Look at that, we're all lined up. You see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Our last vehicle has been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone! Hostile or friendly! No, we're not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened here, but we really don't want to think about it. Damn, those Russian bastards! It's a flagrant war crime! Take photos for evidence.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
I just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ soon. Just give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to at least give the children a proper burial.
Missile.
We're in the middle of a mission to take back the Flight ship munitions depot. It's highly combustible.
Heads up retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Missile.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
Missile. Caution.
Feel your legs that crawl. You can surrender when you lose your hands.
Calling friendly birds! Take out the hostiles in our area! Get us out of this hellhole! We need help while we're still up and running!
Strider 1, target destroyed.
There's more over here. The bodies of dead civilians. I don't think they were part of the fighting. Look at that, they're all lined up. No, they are not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened here. I really don't want to think about it. Erusian bastards! It's a blatant war crime! Getting photos for evidence.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
ID complete.
Missile.
We can just defend the mass driver today. Our army can turn this thing around.
Can you hear us? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks! We're moving out! Leave the dead behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
Missile.
It's no use! Work to the right! Fire at that supply ship! It's the radicals that shot us in the back. I'll make them pay for this. No use hailing them! They know they're shooting at friendlies! Get closer! We'll never hit them from here!
Sorry, fire sent a number on my hearing.
Missile. Missile.
Have the photographs. We'll head back to HQ soon. Give us another 30 minutes.
Missile.
The men say they want to at least get the children to proper burial.
Missile. Missile.
Help me! Gather all the wounded together.
In gun range.
Missile.
Don't pursue too deep. Just need to fight to die. Hold the bay until Operation Feeding Time. Lure them away from the mass driver.
Caution. Pull up.
Our guys even got the enemy distance point. What do we do now?
Missile.
Come into the tanks!
Missile.
Allied
Missile.
retreat looks good.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Target destroyed.
We can't afford to take any more damage. Get out there and do something!
It's a big maze. All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind.
Star warning.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you. Cyclops 2, Fox 2.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Get in the landing craft!
Star warning.
Many thanks, Longcaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood. Hostile confirmed destroyed.
I hope the rebels and Ocean army end up wiping each other out.
Our only ally is the Erusian government forces. Don't mistake them for rebels.
Crazy! Stop whining! I count 12 dead bodies here. The upper middle class. Big points nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved with Delta.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship and munitions depot is highly combustible.
Missile. 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 Missile.
He's ready your neck. Our guys will take care of 3 strikes.
Pull up.
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
If you see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Enemy has a beat on you.
Missile.
Our last vehicle has been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly!
Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Wait, multiple bogeys from the east.
Missile.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogeys. Take them down if they're hostile.
Missile.
Understood.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Bogies inbound.
Missile.
Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase out the bogies. There's no way they're ours. Almost there. Commence operation no return. These are unguided. Stay on course.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogeys. Identify them.
Visual. Like an eagle. Plane starting to ice up.
This is Ram 7. Evading enemy missiles.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers, or they'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Strider 1, target
Launch
eliminated.
control, this is flight leader. All systems ready. We are a go for launch. This is launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Beating Time. Launch control. Roger that.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
I'm on my target's tail.
I've been spiked.
Target acquired. More bombers approaching. Intercept them now. Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away. Strider 1, missile launched. Intercept those bombers. All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Continue with your mission.
We're on the hour tops. We need the advantage to pin the enemy down.
The enemy will shoot us in the back.
Locked on bandit.
This is Graham 2. Locked on target.
It's the Ocean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! Confirmed. The info is from Allied AWACS. Hold your fire! Roger. What are we supposed to believe? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
Okay, commanders down! Taking fire! We're down!
Pick up the speed with your search. The faster you find, the more people we can save.
An explosion inside! Continue the countdown. Do the countdown! There's still one arsenal bird left. If we can defend the full bomb, then Erusia will have a fighting chance. Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship! They think we're done for!
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Strider 1, splashed 1.
Locked on.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Russian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me? You can call me the Scrap Queen.
Rochester, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
That voice. So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling the two of you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I have a bit of intel for you. We'll share it if you can help these refugees.
Count me in.
That's right.
Echo 13, all hostiles are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go.
We've destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I'd do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she...
No killer. I think taking this to the enemy's doorstep. Not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here! Gun's right here!
Lancaster, we confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile. 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 Caution. Pull up. Missile. Missile.
Good job! The enemy tanks are toast. I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap.
Confirmed destroyed.
Sing that song. Everyone knows it. No other reason.
Missile. Pull up. Missile. 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 Missile.
Hurry! Head moving!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
They're not refugees. They're criminals.
That takes care of them. No civilian casualties. Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Beginning terminal countdown. Pressure stable. Coolant systems on.
Lancaster, a promise is a promise. Here's the intel. I heard it from an Erusian soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Missile.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. 1, 2, 3. The mass driver is accelerating.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the Arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the Arsenal bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it. 3 minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
Let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it.
Strutter 1 is down. The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the arsenal bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
If we let the supply ship get too far away, we'll be able to catch it. That sucker's hiding in the clouds. Trigger, don't let it get away.
You think the mother hen really wants him? Trust the plan from the total loss of communication.
To the enemy's air defense network.
We're still in this.
Alright, move in behind them and take them down.
Strutter 1, missile launched. 90 seconds to the enemy's air defense network.
Don't lose them! Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down.
Missile.
The supply ships are too far away. We'll never catch them at this rate. We've recalculated the remaining time. 60 seconds remain. Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. If this thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. And what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help.
Wagtail is on the Ocean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple boats inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The air... Roger. Complete.
They're under attack!
Unknown successfully identified.
Strutter 1, target acquired.
There are artillery fire just missed us off our starboard side.
Good. Take a seat. Everyone's here. All right. Good work in sinking the supply ships. Not to mention saving the refugees. However, we're in no position to start celebrating. Even the commander here is starting to fray from the stress. Can't say I blame him. Now, Tyler Island is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either. The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
We found a boat, then sailed away from the island. We had to. We didn't belong there. The new guy's name was George. I noticed when the anarchist said his name, he said it with a thick Belkan accent. How did you know that he was from Belka?
Well, both my parents were from Belka, so...
You never told me that. They say that Belkans are known for their conspiracies.
That's just a stereotype. Now, I simply stated my honest opinion and was thrown in jail for it.
The princess sat there looking miserable. That was a dumbass stunt she pulled back there, but it got us on this boat. Take a look at that. This ship is heading for a single rope that's hanging down from the sky. Do you know how far the end of that rope reaches?
Outer space.
No. It is a direct connection to the very potential of mankind itself. Or at least it was until war erupted.
It's my strong belief that the rope might be connected to a very distant, faraway source of great conflict and strife. Even long before the war, the whole world started falling apart once Harling began trying to build it. I often wonder what was going through Harling's mind when he was trying to destroy the very thing that so many people were sacrificed in order to create.
Sacrificed? What do you mean?
Have you seen all of those countless old space shuttles on Tyler Island that are no longer in use?
Yeah. I always thought of them as a good source of scrap. They're an obsolete technology that was abandoned during the construction of the space elevator. Which would mean that if the space elevator was destroyed, it would be that much harder for mankind to reach the stars. Until we find another way.
But even then, Harling still went ahead and tried to destroy it. At the cost of his own life.
That's not the way I heard it. What I heard was that he sacrificed himself to protect the tower from an incoming missile.
Oh, I was told he tried to fly his ship into the tower in order to destroy it.
I wonder which story is true, Your Royal Highness.
I don't know. Looking at it objectively, it's reasonable to believe that Harling had both options before him.
When it comes to which one you think he took, I guess it's like a mirror.
Yes, it is. It's like a mirror looking into your own soul, based on whichever choice you believe it was. At the moment, though, I can only see darkness. I think that thing should be destroyed.
It's time for the briefing. Although, since we don't have any contact with HQ, it's not like this is an official mission. Anyway, it looks like the seizure of Tyler Island and the relief from Osea have been postponed. In the meantime, we just have to do what we can to survive. Since losing its capital city of Ferbanti, Erusian forces have separated into smaller, autonomous factions. It looks like Erusia's largest force and leading faction will pass through the area around this base. The space elevator is significant to them, so they're probably heading there.
Should we intercept?
Why? I doubt they're gonna start a fight now.
Our top priority should be to get home. Let's go already.
Yeah. It's not like we have the supplies, power, or even a real reason to put up a fight. But what are we going to do if they bring the fight to us? We need to be ready to push them back. If we head inland from here towards Aruja, there's an old castle that's been converted into a stockpiling base. Shalaji Castle. It's currently occupied by some of the Arusian forces that broke off, but we need ammo and fuel. They appear to have converted a freeway into a runway, so we can expect them to have the capacity for air combat. But they'll be easier to handle than Aruja's lead faction. Well, we can't use all our aircraft to attack. The transport carrying the stolen supplies needs support. Okay, Strider Squadron. You head out first, and neuter the dogs at the stockpiling base. Rendezvous with Cyclops Squadron, who will bring the transport. Then we bring the supplies back to this base.
Got it.
Aircraft are our only threat.
Sounds good.
We'll make it. We're all gonna fly home. Together.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
No Osean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target. We've set a number of priority targets, focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, get to work.
Unidentified aircraft, not sure if friend or foe. Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're friendly or not.
Target acquired.
So, we capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Hushin.
Don't stop the car! It'll make us an easier target! Our anti-air guns are destroyed! Abandon and fall back to our rear position! Retreat!
Locked on.
Strider 1, APC destroyed.
There aren't that many. Aim carefully and take them down.
There are more vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. They're Erusian refugees. They must be fleeing since the conflict got worse.
Caution. Pull up.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
What are they talking about? They already are firing on us.
Missile.
The enemy's confused.
Missile.
I know. There's that squad with
Missile.
four fighters.
Caution. Pull up. Stall warning. Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Stall warning.
We don't have enough AA weapons.
Stall warning. Missile.
We're all out of ammo.
Stall warning.
Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again.
Locked on.
Target destroyed.
Our anti-aircraft weaponry is down by 30%. Why are they attacking this base? Protect the base.
Strider 1, missile launched.
So what's this faction split in the Erusian military? The autonomous state of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vaslij, which neighbored Shalaji.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends.
Their resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate.
They have 4 aircraft. 4 planes incoming. Fire more missiles. Does Soul Squad know? Why are they after this base? Missiles, gunfire, whatever it takes. I want those planes.
Missile.
They're coming straight at us. Retreat! Our tank can't take on a fighter.
Missile.
Hit them with AA shells and they'll come down.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Strider 1, target eliminated us. We're unable to use the SAMs. Help me!
around the castle. Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies.
Shit! I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I know.
That's Shalaji Castle.
They're here already. They can pay for what they do to our scouts. Take in both civilians and refugees without discrimination. Get away from the stone building and take shelter somewhere sturdier or underground. Drop where you are and cover your head if you hear jet engines.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
They're targeting our anti-aircraft weaponry. They're taking out more than half. There's 4 enemy aircraft, but one is causing us the most grief.
I heard about 3 strikes when I was in the East. What's he doing here?
Missile. Missile.
No, we got fire! All their infantry fighting vehicles and tanks are gone.
Target destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
Bandit attack. Try again.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Strider 1, bombs away.
Missile. Missile.
Locked on, Bandit.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Ahead!
Missile.
Hostile confirmed destroyed.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Missile inbound. Breaking. Damage report.
I've been spiked.
Missile. Missile.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
The SAM is out. We're running out of ways to strike back. Shit. Still have plenty of missiles left, but the launcher is toast. Please, somebody answer us.
Missile.
We've lost more than half of our forces. The battle won't last much longer. Let them have our lives. As long as our nation stands, the young will carry on.
New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed.
Missile.
This town is of high cultural value. It's unfortunate we had to bomb it like we did.
We need your ability to survive, right?
Not something I'll tell my son about.
Cancel takeoff. Soul Squadron, stand by.
Negative. This battle's over if we don't get up there. Along with hope of restoration. Don't worry. As long as we accelerate inside the tunnel, they won't be able to shoot us down that easily.
In position behind Bandit.
Enemy on your back.
Their interceptors are in the air.
Getting to takeoff speed inside the tunnel is insane.
Stall warning.
Soul Squadron, airborne. Shoot the invaders out of our skies. Good luck, Soul Squadron.
Understood. You are in violation of Shalaji airspace. Turn around and we'll be forced to shoot you down.
This is the Ocean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Land immediately and hand over your planes and base to us.
You must be the snowbirds. It's absurd for you talking so tough after losing one of your leaders at Forbanti. You bastard. You defile this country. As long as you're here, this country will never know peace. Shit.
Stall warning.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning.
Missile away.
I'm out! Ejecting! I hope he's okay. Bailing out under those conditions. I can see his parachute. It's breaking makes it to safety.
Missile.
3 to go. Don't let them work together. Back up trigger. Wilco.
Righto!
Missile.
Hang in there. This battle isn't over.
Stall warning.
Don't let him get under your skin.
Caution.
has a lock.
Locked on.
Stall warning.
We just need to buy ourselves some time.
Missile. 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 Missile.
These are men of knights. I hate them even more.
Missile.
They think they're actual nobility. Alright, I'm a wild gunman then. Time to shut your mouth. Locked on, bandit. It'll be sure left just like we told him to.
Missile. Stall warning.
Bring it on. I'm more than a match for you.
Movement hit. He's ejected. Damn. We can't even last long enough to buy ourselves some time.
Pull up.
A miss, as expected, but a lucky shot would be boring. Some kind of energy weapon. No, it's a railgun.
Strider 1, you have a
warning.
bogey approaching at high speed.
Stall
Bearing
warning.
090, straight from the east.
Stall warning.
High-speed projectile launch from the aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky. We can still help you. Don't waste your life. Dedicated to reclaiming that which you call home. Furthermore, we must find someone to guide you.
Missile.
I am not that person.
Missile.
Yummy.
Missile.
Team squad will be retreating.
Missile.
Spreading below are advised to temporarily withdraw. Don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on. Hey, look at the color of that plane. Damn, that's the flames of hell. Time for payback.
Negative. It's no good. I can't get close enough.
Leave it to Trigger. The rest of us will just get in the way. The rest form a perimeter to catch whatever slips through. Might just cost us our lives.
Unidentified aircraft. The enemy's mobility is still unfazed. Keep up the attack.
Not bad. Headmaster, in a way that minimizes the damage even when he's hit. Keep firing those missiles until you blow them to pieces. Someone to guide us. Wait, I can't think of anyone other than you.
Stall warning.
Being together with me, I taught me something. Drone fighters don't belong in the blue. They have no place in the cosmos of the skies. I'm there with the forces the Jada Air Force should be fighting against.
Unidentified aircraft. Land your plane and surrender. Why do you feel the need to continue fighting on your own?
That's funny. It seems like one of the pilots is also fighting alone.
He's not alone. Look around you.
I see.
Stall warning.
Perhaps it would be best to entrust the future to pilots like that. Let me test him then, to see if he's truly worthy.
It's like the sky's been sliced wide open. The experimental unit probably made themselves a new toy.
This weapon is not enough to take down 3 strikes. This aircraft is my body. If they are not enough, then I must put my soul into it. There are pilots like you in every generation. And I've felled every last one of them.
Strider 1 scored another hit.
He's still flying, but his plane's been damaged. Finish him off, Trigger. Locked on.
Missile.
Fox 2. His movements. I knew it. Mr. X moves like the drone I saw in Bulgaria.
It's a hit. The unidentified aircraft is going down.
He got him. Trigger has splashed a bandit.
Can you hear me? Pilot with the 3 strikes. This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure chaos upon this world, just so I could keep my wings. Put a stop to the drone production.
Is this a message to Trigger? What does it mean?
I don't think this war is over just because we shot down Mr. X. Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
No Osean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target. Craft weaponry.
We capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
The resupply went well. We should be okay on food and fuel reserve. Luckily, the rumor that the Erusian army is advancing nearby is only a rumor. Rumors, rumors, rumors. But we got one good fact. The plane Trigger shot down was an advanced model of the X-02 Wyvern. It was developed in the last Continental War. Erusia had a lot up their sleeves. Apparently, they were even supposed to have Belkin aircraft back in the First War. What if Trigger couldn't shoot it down? Just thinking about it gives me chills. We're lucky to be here. In war, you never know what's lurking behind the curtains. But it looks like everything's loose now. Solid chain of command. All of that's gone now. Look. Now, just how the hell are we gonna get out of this?
When we got to the mainland, we found the space elevator's support facility. I guess this was the factory where they built the gigantic structure the elevator traveled in. There was this little girl sitting in front of a mural. When the princess saw her, she shuddered like she'd seen a ghost. The girl had a stuffed animal. This was the day after the shit went down at Tyler Island. She walked right up to the princess, took her hand, and led her into the factory. One thing's for sure, they knew each other. The factory'd been converted to a production line for Erusian drones. It was fully automated and chugging along, making drone after drone after drone. Once they got inside, the princess stopped and just stood there. Another girl was there with a man in a lab coat. He was trying to use his keyboard, but she wouldn't let him. She took a data chip and threw it on the ground. Then she walked over to us and took the gun from the prison guard's holster. She pulled the trigger and destroyed the chip. Later, I found out that the girl with the gun and the one with the stuffed animal were sisters. They were also the granddaughters of Mihai A. Shalaji, the legendary pilot. Gramps used to talk about him. He said Mihai was the top ace from 2 wars ago. Know any Belkans? Because this guy was a Belkan, and they love to stir shit up. Pitting nations against other nations is a particular favorite of theirs, along with developing hyper-advanced technology.
That's right. I'm Belkan, born and raised. My country is gone now. Rather than surrender to its enemy, Belka detonated 7 nuclear weapons on its own soil. My people scattered around the globe, living in the shadows of other countries. We had a new purpose: to breed wars. The theory was that through war, we could achieve our destiny and our revenge. I had just finished inputting Mihai's data when his granddaughter came in. She destroyed the only copy I had of the information I squeezed out of him. The girl loved Mihai. No one knew more than her just how hard I pushed her grandfather for that data, how much I made him sacrifice in the process. I promised his granddaughters that his efforts were not in vain, that it could end this terrible war. But in the end, it only caused more chaos and despair. We were responsible for all this damage, all this tragedy. Now, we were going to pay for it. The Erusians, once our allies, would see to that. I had lost the drive to continue my work, even before I noticed Mihai's granddaughters eyeing me with suspicion that one day. I should have stopped then, for all our sakes. Mihai's granddaughter tossed the gun aside. She said if she resorted to killing, she'd just end up like the rest of us. And by us, she meant everyone, including the princess. Like me, the princess was afraid to look into the girl's eyes. She knew that by encouraging her people, she kept the war going. Mihai and his granddaughter were victims of it, and now, they too were paying the price.
Is this for Belka? Or for Erusia? My grandfather had only one wish: to continue soaring through the endless skies. That was the only place where he felt alive. But I don't even have a country to call home, let alone the sky. The Black Forest, the lake, they are no longer mine. Even though those lands were once cherished by my late mother. We have to learn to put that sense of nostalgia behind us and behave like mature adults.
My homeland. She's right. It feels so far away now. The woman with the rifle approached me. She was focused on more pressing issues.
I checked the computer. All of the data on the legendary Ace had already been installed.
No, I pulled it before it was completed. However, there are 2 aircraft that are already scheduled to be manufactured based on that data.
We must destroy the factory.
This isn't the only one. There are more facilities just like it, and the 2 planes containing the data will be manufactured at one of those facilities.
So, this place runs on solar power that the space elevator generates, right? How about the others? We can destroy the space elevator and cut the power to them. First things first, let's take this one out.
I'll show you which locations to target.
I stood there, thinking about that mural by the factory's entrance. Harling commissioned it to be painted. I realized that in the background, behind the dancing figures, the artist had painted several space elevators. I understand now. The space elevator wasn't designed to exploit Erusia after all.
Good. And afterwards, we'll bring down the space elevator itself. No matter why it was built, right now, it's the root of this chaos.
I wonder...
Yes?
I wonder which path you would choose. when looking at Harling's mirror.
Let's get the briefing started.
We've done enough air operations. Just let us go home.
There's no path for us to get home. Whatever direction you fly, it'll be right into a hail of enemy fire. Earlier, we received a communication via the partially restored general network. Here is what it contained. Apparently, the Erusian radicals have gathered around the space elevator, as it's a source of energy. Give the warmongers a powerful energy source, and you give them the luxury to keep on fighting. In response to this, people from both Osea and Erusia have joined forces, and will take down the final Arsenal bird in a saturation attack from the air to the sea. Once that's achieved, they'll take the space elevator from the aggressors.
Has the source been verified?
It could be fake. I hear you. Take a look at what's written at the end. Hey, dumbass. If you want to bring the world back from the brink, go to the lighthouse. You can see the future.
Dumbass? Sounds familiar.
It certainly does. It's from those guys we met in Tyler Island. The 444 squad. It's a message to all those looking to end the war. But I also think it's a message for Trigger.
Guess we'll do what it says.
Okay. Well then, I'm thinking we go roast that damn bird.
Looks like we're all on the same page. It's time to end this war. Time to fly, guys. Let's go get that Arsenal bird.